Coming up for you on today's show, we'll get to know what really happens in the Freshman Mentor Program.
We have current events, and we hit the turf with Coach Riccone about our varsity Dragon football update.
Be sure to watch until the end to see the inside of the best places on campus, the television studio. We have the behind-the-scenes look for you exclusively here on DragonFire.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Rakshan.
And I'm Izzy, and this is DragonFire television show for Collierville, and it starts right now.
The Freshman Mentoring Program is set up to help entering Dragons start their year off strong. But what do they really help with? DragonFire reporter Andrew Zona dives into the program to bring us more. Andrew?
Rakshan, you said it best. The FMP is set up to help our 9th grade Dragons feel right at home. But what do they focus on? Let's see more.
FMP started, I believe, in 2018, possibly 2019, and it saw several hiccups when COVID hit, but got going strong again in 2021.
Being a mentor is really fun because not only you get to do all these cool things, but you also get to meet a lot of new people. Not only just freshmen, but like people who are in your grade you never knew.
What I've enjoyed the most is helping create the material that the mentors are given to the freshmen, and I've also just enjoyed getting to know other students that I would have not gotten to know if it wasn't for this program. We're the only school in the state of Tennessee that actually has the freshman mentoring program as we have it.
So in FNP, you come in and you get attendance. If you have a PowerPoint, it's like really quick. And again, it's students teaching students, so of course we don't want to sit through and bore everyone. So we go through that, and then we ask them if y'all want to play a game. And usually that's when they're like, oh, let's play Walmart, let's play Hangman. And then we let them have free time, free days. Sooner or later, they're gonna have to start Chalk Talk, so it's gonna be fun.
I just would like to say thank you to the teachers that are working alongside our little mentors. They're doing a really good job. I've heard wonderful things from the mentors about the teachers, and without having dedicated teachers, the program would not be as successful as it is.
I really hope everyone and a lot more people join FNP because it's so much fun.
If you want to get involved with FMP as a mentor, stop by and see Ms. Bell for more information. Izzy, back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Andrew. In national news, Doja Cat lost almost 1 million followers after her insane comments to her fans and followers. She allegedly told her followers to get jobs if they refer to themselves as kittens. Many news outlets have reached out to Doja Cat and her representative for comments on the backlash and have been met with radio silence from the star.
On Wednesday, August 23rd, India became the first country to land spacecraft on the unexplored south pole of the moon. The spacecraft, the Chandrayaan-3, made India the 4th country to successfully land a spacecraft on the moon, behind the US, China, and the former Soviet Union. The spacecraft is expected to remain functional for another 2 weeks. The Indian Space Research Organization said the landing has given India confidence to extend its reach to possible voyages to Mars and even Venus.
Here at Collierville High School, the STEM program is one of the top in the state. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics, and the students in the advanced STEM classes recently took on a challenge from the television students.
Dragon Media journalists Dylan Morrow and Sadie Lester bring us more.
Today we are here to talk to a 3-year STEM student, Adele Gillespie, on a new media stand that her and her classmates have been building for our very own film students. We are briefly asking Rakshan Sivalingam, our own station manager, on how her creation could benefit our sports live stream.
My name is Rakshan Sivalingam. I'm a station manager for Dragon Media. This is my 3rd year in the class.
Hello, my name is Adele Gillespie.
I'm excited for the new media stand design. I think it's really cool that we have someone else in the school helping us out instead of us just having to go out and buy a new stand. I think it'll be really beneficial.
There were a lot of ideas for our design. There was one other person at my table that was working on the one for the end zone that I was working on, and she and we actually went through 2 or 3 different versions. We might be able to build it in about a week because splitting it up and doing the task twice means that by the second time, we'll be going a lot faster and we will also be more efficient. She gave us some new things that she wanted added, so I added those on. I also double checked that everything fit code. I also made it so that the design is easier to transport because she wanted the design to go both on the end zones for the football field and also be able to be used in basketball games. So that means it has to be transported a pretty far distance for something that heavy. So instead of trying to put wheels on the bottom, I put them on the side so that you can flip it and then roll it. You can also take the rails off so that it needs less space.
For football, I know we've had a pretty big issue of when our cameras are in the bleachers, people blocking the cameras or people coming up and trying to mess with the cameras. So I think it'll definitely help us with that.
I'm really excited to see how it works. I'm really excited to see it work for the film team and see the film team be able to use it and get some awesome footage with it.
Us film students are so excited to see how this turns out, and thank you again to the STEM kids. Over to you, Savvy, for current events.
Hey, I'm Savvy, and this is your current events update. Can women's soccer continue on its upward trend and become the next big thing in sports? Spain's women's soccer team won their first World Cup August 20th against England with a score of 1-0, which had a big impact both on the field and off the field. It is believed by fans and professionals alike that with this big win at the World Cup, it will get more women and girls on the field, courts, and in stadiums, and hopefully get them equal pay on the international stage. The Matildas World Cup was Australia's most watched TV program with an average of 7.2 million and reaching 11.15 million. In the wake of the win, Australia's Play Our Way money will be used to promote equal access, build more suitable facilities, and support grassroots initiatives to get women and girls to engage, stay, and participate in sports throughout their lives. This is a big win in more than one way. Women's soccer has a big future ahead of it.
Here at Collierville, we pride ourselves with providing our students with endless opportunities. And one of those opportunities takes its form in the way of clubs, which we happen to have over 100 of. Obviously, it's a bit overwhelming to have to choose just one or two clubs to attend when there's all these options. So let's take a moment and explore the Culinary Club, one of the many clubs that this school facilitates.
So I'm Stephen Guffey. I teach a variety of math classes. This semester it's college algebra trigonometry as well as multivariate calculus. Our focus is going to be just how would you create food in a dorm room, what meals would be good for that sort of environment, or as you're just getting into your first jobs after college, what are some cheap meals that are easy to do on a weeknight. So much more focused on a home kitchen rather than a professional kitchen. From the feedback that I've gotten, they've enjoyed experiencing new ingredients that perhaps they might not buy, and just tasting new things. What we should do is just expose kids to more food. The main benefit that I wanted kids to get out of it is really just exposure to cooking. This is an opportunity where kids can do that and, in a relatively low stakes environment. Anyone who's really interested in learning how to cook would be welcome. We're going to limit the number of members, but we're not going to be deciding who's in or who's not based on experience level, because everyone has to start somewhere.
Even if it was just a little bit, we hope that we helped to narrow down your options for this year's clubs, and maybe it'll be a little less daunting.
After Collierville varsity football played and defeated Riverside, there was one player who stood out to the coaches.
It's always great moments when they, become successful during the season, when they sign college scholarships. That's always a proud moment. We always ask our coaches to kind of vote after the game. And we had a 2-hour ride to figure out who was going to ring the bell and be the player of the game.
I feel great about being player of the week. It's a lot of preparation that went on from the off season into this week, watching film, working out with my quarterback, the game plan coach gave us, just executing that at the highest level. So really thanks to my coaches, thanks to my quarterback. They make my job way easier.
We have a great relationship. We collaborate on many things outside of the game of football, whether that be conversations or training drills or whatnot.
Our offensive line played outstanding, and so overall it was a good team effort. But I think the plays that Joe Kim made, and some of the particularly one spectacular catch when we needed it on 3rd and long, he was an easy pick. I think it could have been anybody, but he definitely deserved it. Him and Joe, I think, being close and having a history with themselves, and they spent a lot of time together. So it's a dynamic duo.
This is Emma Helmson and Kavius Jones signing off for Dragon Media.
What's up, Carterville? Today we're going to be giving you a tour of our Carterville Dragon Media Studio. So this is our editing lab. This is where we edit footage, we watch replays, and where we hang out. This is the engineering office. This is where myself and Gray go over all of our equipment. We've got all of our inventory. We've got extra supplies if we need it, and where we create scripts for TV shows. This is our podcast studio. This is where our podcast directors come together and create our raw podcasts on Spotify. This is our director and producer's office. This is where they meet and write scripts for this week's upcoming TV shows. This is our director and producer's editing lab. This is where they edit TV shows and we'll review broadcasts from all over the Memphis area. This is our equipment room where we check out equipment for our TV shows. And then you can pan around, yeah. Okay. This is our control room where we go live on Comcast Channel 19 and on Dragon TV throughout the school. This is where all the magic happens for our TV shows. And this is our Carterville Dragon Media TV studio. This is our set where we produce all of our TV shows, Bull TV, and other special school events. Thank you for joining us on our tour of the Carterville Dragon Media TV studio.
Thanks so much for joining us. Stay tuned for our next DragonFire in the upcoming weeks.
If you have any story ideas, please reach out to our TV instructor, Jessica Roberts. Also, please be sure to find us on social media and YouTube at Carterville Dragon Media.
Until next time, Dragons, adios.